This is how you properly use the address removal hack. Let's hop right in. Hey everyone, it's me, Jazzy Mac. Welcome back to my channel. We're going to talk about the infamous address removal hack, what it is, and how you ultimately do it to help improve your credit score. Now, before we hop into the juicy details, I would love for you to give me a like and a subscribe because this is some pretty darn good information. And make sure you leave me a comment below if you have any questions about this process or if you've done it before. Now, when it comes to removing addresses, now I've said in previous videos that a lot of the times when you dispute something on your credit report, the reason why it instantly comes back verified is usually because it's been auto-verified by a computer based on your address. So a lot of the times when you have, information on your credit report that matches what a collection agency has, reported as far as a collection goes, that information can oftentimes just, it's outdated. Sometimes it's not fully accurate. So a lot of people will say, is it important for me to delete old addresses first before I do any sort of disputes? So what you want to do is make sure that the information on your credit report is 100% accurate as far as your personal information goes. What you don't want to do is get rid of all of your old addresses, because what would happen if you did that is ultimately the credit bureaus are going to get your dispute letter in the mail. They're going to open it up and they're going to look at it and they're going to try to verify your identity. Well, if there are no addresses listed in the system for you, then they're going to send you a letter that says, hey, we couldn't quite verify your identity. We can't match up in the system who you are. So we're going to need you to send, a copy of your driver's license and, proof of residency and, maybe previous proof of an old residency before we can move forward. So you don't want to get rid of everything, but you do want to get rid of anything that's reporting as saying that you lived at, 123 Play Street, apartment F instead of apartment G. Little things like that where they messed up an apartment number, that's showing on your credit report, or if the collection agency is reporting that you live on a street that has a misspelled name, you want to definitely delete that information or update it in the system so that they're not just automatically linking it. So you can do that for specific addresses that are absolutely wrong. But, for your current address, I wouldn't try to delete my current address that's reporting in the credit bureau system, because then it's going to possibly come back to bite you. So usually if there is an incorrect address that's been linked to some collection account and you delete that old address, then they have to do a more thorough investigation when you send in your dispute letter, and they can't auto-verify it. And usually for collections, if you only have that one collection on your credit report, that's how people are able to see 100-point increase when the collection gets removed, because now you've broken the chain between the collection agency and your address and the credit bureau. So when you break that chain, it ultimately is we can't just auto verify it and auto match it to this person. Now we've got to actually do a dispute investigation. And if that investigation doesn't, come back in that 30-day period, then they have to delete it. When things get deleted from your report, like collections, that's what makes your credit score go up. So the different ways that you can remove old, outdated information or, incorrect information related to your name, your address, your date of birth. It's 3 different ways that you can do it. The first way is going to be the fastest way, which would just be to simply do it online. Now, this is the only thing that I would tell you to do online versus sending in a handwritten letter. like it's faster to do it online, but it's not like the same as your regular disputes. It's like, and it's updating information. So generally the results for that are going to come back, same day, maybe the next day. And it's like I said, it's just quicker. Now, can you call the credit bureaus on the phone to, update this information? Absolutely. You might have a little bit of a wait, but yes, you can very well call as well. Can you write a letter to the credit bureaus and say, hey, this is the information that I need to be updated, or there's a misspelling of my last name, or perhaps your first name isn't properly hyphenated, things of that nature. Yes, you can absolutely do that. So if I were going to dispute anything as far as a collection, a charge off, a repossession, yes, I would make sure that my personal information is reporting accurately, especially making sure that my current address is correct, and making sure that any, erroneous or outdated address is, deleted, or, if it just was an address that completely never ever belonged to you, then yeah, that would be like something that you would want to fully delete from your record. So yeah, that's pretty much it when it comes to removing old addresses. When you're doing a dispute, no, it's not necessary to like freeze your credit reports and then, delete all of the old addresses. That's just like stuff that people do that I've never felt like was necessary. So you want to be strategic and make sure that you're updating a specific address if it is, if it's like the number of the address or the street name is misspelled, something of that nature. That's what you want to update. But just going in and sweeping all of your old addresses is, it's going to prolong your dispute process. So be very strategic about the addresses and, the name updates that you're requesting if you do this online. So I do have, all of the information available in the kits if you want to do it over the phone, or if you just kind of want the direct links. They're all in the kits. Otherwise, let me know where you are in your credit journey and how things are going. What things have you tried? And until then, I will see you in the next video. Bye.